Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityormukshiyama Mritaat Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om. How many of you have iPhone here? 1, 2, 3. और किसी के सब Samsung वाले हैं? चलो, then I can transfer it after you if you want the text. But we are doing Sadhana Pancakam. You heard of Sadhana Pancakam?
Yes.
Some of you have, some of you have not. Pancakam means 5. And sadhana means the practice. So practice of 5. Just check who is there. Practice of 5. So these are the 5 verses. These are the practice of 5. And
I'll sit here, you sit.
बैठियो कुर्सी पे बैठियो, इधर बेड पे बैठियो, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. सिट डाउन, डजंट मैटर, सिट डाउन. बस छोटी छोटी चीज़ों पे मत. So these verses are the 5 in number, and each there are 40 instructions in these 5 verses. And I'll read the first verse and then we will see, look at it. Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karma swanushtiyatam teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitihi kamye matistyajyatam पापौघ परिधूयतां भवसुखे देशोऽनुसन्धीयताम् आत्मेच्छाव्यवसीयतां निजगृहात् तूर्णं विनिर्गम्यताम्. So this is the first verse. So the first, what are the instructions here? Vedo nityam adhiyatam. Then taduditam karma swanushtiyatam. Then third word is teneshasya vidhiyatam. Then apachiti kamya matistyajyatam. And it goes on like that. So Vedo nityam adhiyatam means what? Veda, you understand? What is it? The scriptures. Whose are these scriptures? Who gave us these scriptures? The Vedas. They are, you can say the Ishwar, the Lord, but they were not written by any man. What you see as the written form today, that is Maharishi Vedyas wrote them down because there were different streams of Vedas going. You know, there is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, Atharvana Veda. So different streams were going. He brought all the masters together during his life and invited all of them, and he said the time in the future is going to be Kali Yuga, so they will not remember anything, and so you write, we will put it down so that there is something for them for reference. Otherwise, till then, everyone used to remember it, that their intellects were so sharp. So what we should do, what is told here, Vedo Nitya. Nityam means daily, regular. Actually, it doesn't mean daily. The daily, Nityam is regularly. Here we have to take regularly. Adhiyatam means study. So study the Vedas daily. This is the first instruction. Why we are having in such a what you call Maya Nagari called Carnival Splendor? Why are we having satsang? Only to not to get lost. That's all. So we get excited and we lose the plot. We always remain connected to what is the truth. Vedas tell you the truth. This the food, the casino, the spa, the swimming pool, all this is not going to tell you the truth. So we always remain connected because we have to be very clear what our goal of life is. What is our goal of life?
Finding the truth.
To be happy. Truth. Yes, to be the truth, not to find the truth, to be the truth. To be the truth, to be happy, to be content under all circumstances that life presents to us. That is what everyone is seeking anyway, isn't it? And that is propelled in our life if we remain connected to the Vedas, because Vedas again and again keep reminding us of what the truth is, of who you are, because you are that truth. Party time. So Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam. So again there are 4 Vedas we just mentioned. Then there are 6 Upavedas. 6 Upavedas. There is what do you call?
Upanishads.
Not Upanishads come in the Vedas. No. the Upanishads, the Upavedas means subsidiary Vedas. There are 6 of them. In one of them it comes the etymology, that is the language and everything. Then another one comes the Ayurveda. Then you see Ved, Ayurveda. Then Jyotish Ved, Dhanur Ved. So this makes it 4. There is 2 more. I can't remember the names. So these are the 6 Upavedas. So Gita does not come in this. Gita comes in what? Gita comes in history. Gita comes in history. Because after Vedas came the 36 Puranas, which are the stories of the various gods. And then came the historical facts, which is the Mahabharata, Ramayana first and then the Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, in the center of Mahabharata is our Bhagavad Gita. And then the 4th, which we take as scriptures, is the words of the saints and sages. So here, Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam, every day in the morning, chant something from the Vedas, something from the Gita, something from some of them chant the Lalita Sahasranam or the Vishnu Sahasranam. She chants she's got whole list. You must be also having every day morning. We must connect to the truth by way of God, by way of Ishwar, by way of truth, whichever way. And for that, the best way is to keep repeat and chant. And that's why some people enjoy only bhajan. But if that is where your attention is going, because as you start singing and chanting the name of the Lord, slowly the purification happens and the interest towards the divine increases. Taduditam karma swanushthiyatam. So majority of the people, what they do is they listen to satsangs and teach others. Like me, I teach others to follow the scriptures. But we ourselves don't follow the scriptures. No, it should not be that way. So taduditam karma. Karma is, you understand what is karma?
Doing
Action. So can I do your action?
No.
I can't. Can you do my action? Cannot. Can any one of us do anyone else's action? Not possible. Then what is our right? Our right is to perform our actions where life has placed us. And how do you do the actions? You perform the actions offering it to the Lord, rather than saying, I am doing the actions, that I have to do something, that I have to perform, I have to achieve. No. All this, what is going on in life, it's actually happening. This in our Kathopanishad also it came. Everything is happening. Activity means what? Activity means what? Movement, isn't it? Movement. Action doesn't mean movement. Activity means movement. When you take ownership of activity, it becomes action. Who takes the ownership? I. When I don't take the ownership of activity, is the activity going to go on? I'm asking.
Yes.
Will the activity go on?
Yes.
It will still go on. If you don't, when you take the ownership of breathing, it is called pranayam. Understand? But if you don't take the ownership of breathing, will breathing go on? Of course. Seeing is going on. You say, I am seeing. You have taken ownership. But if you don't take the ownership, will the seeing going on? It will still go on. I am hungry. Did you create hunger? No, hunger came. You owned it. So here we are talking about whatever activity is going on. Let it go on, because when the body is there, activity will happen. And who's performing the activity? This idiot thinks that I am doing the activity. Actually, activity is performed by him. He is the ultimate karta. He is the ultimate doer. Who? The Lord. But human being thinks that he is doing the activity and creates a big hole for himself. And what is that big hole?
Seeking desire.
Oh, that is true. But what is that big hole? A big hole of misery. For who is the misery? For the doer. But are you the doer? No. So this imaginary doer has created all the problems he can imagine and superimposed on himself, and he goes around being miserable. So here he says that taduditam, properly perform. What? Karma and swanushthiyatam, duties ordained. And what is your duty? Wherever. Now, right now I'm sitting here, my duty is to speak. I'll speak. Your duty is to listen. Then what are the duties that we have to do in our life as an individual, if you want to take it? There is nitya karma, there is naimittika karma, there is kamya karma, and there is nishiddha karma. So, first is nitya karma. Nitya karma is daily duties that you do. What is that daily duty? Get up, take shower, go for a walk on the ship, come back. Before shower, have one round of breakfast, then come and take shower, then again go for a second round of breakfast, and so on. Nitya karma. Nitya karma is daily duties. That every day there are some set. Every must have a disciplined set of duties that they do. So if you get up, take brush, toilet, shower, wear fresh clothes, and the vibhuti, chandan, whatever, and immediately before you eat anything, light a lamp or chant the Vedo Nitya Midhiyatam, chant the Bhagavad Gita or some verses, light the lamp, do this, or do some people do, those who are karma kandis, they do the pujas, havans, they do the agnihotra, and then they will have some breakfast to eat. Till then they will not touch food. So do your, that what is the second one? Naimittika karma. Naimittika karma are special duties that you have to perform during your day, during your life. What is that? What is the last one? Which you don't have to perform but others have to perform. No, when you die. Shraddha, which you don't have to do but someone else has to do for you. So what is the first, the various ones? That when a girl is pregnant, you do some rituals for her. Then when the child is born, then you do some rituals. Then you do the mundan is there. Then the annaprakshalan is there. The food is, first time the food is put on the tongue of the baby after 6-7 months. That is one. Then after that, as the child grows up, the how to write. First you hold their finger and in the rice you write Om and then leave it, because that's the way the system is. And then as the child grows up, 7-8 years old, then the Janeu is done. Not only for boys, girls also used to do once upon a time. So that is also done. Then like that, then the marriage is there, then so many things are there. So there are, I think, all the जीवन के जो संस्कार हैं, all of them come under naimittika karma. These must be performed. And third is the akamya karma. Means what? Akarma means all those actions which are prompted by desire, we must avoid. All those actions which are prompted by desire, we must avoid. So what is that action which is prompted by desire?
I want this, I want that,
Buy
buy this. Whatever we desire and you want to do.
तो बोलो कुछ.
Buying a house.
Drinking alcohol.
But is buying a house desire oriented or it is a need? That you each one has to decide what is the desire and what is the need. See, you can live on rent. Of course you can live on rent, but if in today's time you are living on rent, you are paying through your roof. So better have a house. When you have basic needs, you have to each one has to determine what their basic needs are. Food, shelter and clothing. That's what they say. But everything else, now you see, we are watching the what is that? So much food is there. So much food is there. What happened yesterday?
Eat. Yeah. Tummy pain.
Eat this, eat that, try this, try that. And in the end, oh man, I should not have eaten that, isn't it? How much do we need? How much did we eat at home? Hardly. What are we doing here? Getting the value for money. We're making sure that every dollar pays for itself.
Doesn't matter, we die.
So, if you want to be content and happy, we must not live the life of desire-oriented action. Need-oriented action, it will automatically take you. Hunger comes, it's a need. It will automatically take you towards the food. But what is desire? When you come to the food, should I eat this or should I eat that or should I eat everything? This is desire. Or when we were young, we are all similar age group, maybe a little bit 5-10 years above or below. But what did our parents do? They put it on the plate and whatever is there you have to eat. But I don't like this, who cares? You have to eat.
No choice.
No choice. See, that is the need, hunger was there, but you had no choice. So if there is dal, sabji, roti, chawal, you have to finish everything. But today, if you see, there's so much, I don't like this, I don't like that, I like this, I like that. So that time there was no question of like or dislike. So like and dislike lead to desires. I don't desire this, I desire that. So taduditam karma swanushthiyatam. So and the last karma was, so first one was nitya karma, regular daily duties or actions. Second was naimittika karma, which was special actions during the life of a person. उसमें marriage भी आ जाता है, उसमें श्राद्ध भी आ जाता है, all those things. And third one was, do not perform desire-oriented actions. Stay, keep reducing it. Maturity in life comes when we reduce our actions prompted by desire. It will not happen in one day, but we have to be aware and keep slowly reducing. And the last one is nishedha karma. That means those actions we are forbidden to perform, we must not perform. What is that?
Telling lies, stealing.
Nishedha karma, there are three. In Kali Yuga, there are under three. All those come under that. What is that first one? One is one is don't go to Vaishya Ghar. Second is don't go to the bars and pubs. And the third is casino, gamble. These are the three nishedha karma. Have we all done it? Yes. In the sense, we have gone to casinos, we have gambled, we have had a drink. No, nothing. But that is how it is. But keep it in your mind that we have to wean away from these three. We have to wean away. If we want to have a content and happy mind, because where is happiness? In the mind only. We have to, because one thing leads to the next, then you are gone. And you'll get entangled in it. And you have heard enough stories about casinos and gambling and drinking. And we only think that it will never happen to us. But when it catches, just like a phobia, you never had some phobia about something. किसी को स्पाइडर का है, किसी को स्नेक का है, किसी को चींटी का है, किसी को कॉकरोच का है. फोबिया कोई बता के थोड़ा ना आता है. But one day suddenly you realize that you cannot handle the sight of spider and you freak out. When did it happen? When did it catch you? Same way, these vices, they also catch us. And when we are the least alert, that time they catch us. And then they rule our life. Then third one is Tene Shasya Vidhiyatam. Tene Shasya Vidhiyatam. Perform Nitya Karma, Naimittika Karma, Akamya Karma and Nishedha Karma, all these, and whatever you are supposed to do, you do that, which is Nitya Naimittika. And how do you do it? Tena Ishasya. Tena. All those actions, Ishasya, Vidhiyatam. Offer them to the Ishvara. See? Because he is the ultimate. He has created the world, he has created the universe, he has created, this body is a part of this universe. All the functions, the speaking, the seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting, thinking, intellectualizing, waking, dreaming, sleeping, everything he is guiding. Everything he is guiding. And we foolishly we say we are doing everything. So keep offering him. What will happen if we offer everything to him? Whatever actions we are performing, what will happen as a result? Why did we chant 3 Ohms and the mantras and then the Triambakam Yajamahe? Why? Bolo? To purify the mind. To purify the mind. No other reason but to purify the mind. Because only a purified, what is purified mind? That mind in which there are less number of thoughts erupting. What are the other ways of purifying the mind? Meaning, we are talking about reduction of the number of thoughts erupting in the mind. How can you do it? Sleep. Correct? Meditate. Yes. Chanting. Yes. Alcohol. Yes. Drugs. Yes. Drugs also. So these are all artificial ways. These are artificial ways. These are escapes. All of them are escapes. Then we have to perform in our life in such a manner that we don't escape from life, but naturally our mind becomes calm and quiet, because only a calm and quiet mind is a happy mind. If it is done in this particular manner, Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam Taduditam Karma Sanushthiyatam, then there will be no question of sadness or depression in your life. But then it is not a escapism. You are in charge in the sense that everything is performed in your life as a recognition that he is doing it. Continuously your attention is on him. And he is of the nature of Satchidanand Swarup. Ishvara is of the nature of Satchidanand Swarup. So when you are thinking of him continuously, then that Anand will fill up your mind also. And your life will be full of joy and merry. See? Otherwise, it becomes the opposite. When we escape from the responsibilities, when we escape from the onslaught of thoughts in our mind, I can't handle it. Yesterday I was feeling that way towards the evening. Because too much body pain, this, that, everything. How did I escape? Sleep. Okay. So sleep is an escape. Who is a yogi? Who remains awake when everyone is sleeping. And who is sleeping when everyone is awake. So when everyone is sleeping, is awake to what? To the whole world. To the whole world, yogi is sleeping. Means he does not allow the impact of the world. It may enter, but he does not allow it to make an impact on him, the consciousness. That is called sleep for him. And when the whole world is sleeping to the consciousness, he is awake. When? At night. When your minds are quiet, you are in ignorant sleep. He is in samadhi. So, Teneshasya vidhiyatam apachiti kamye matistyajatam. Then remember I told you about akamya karma. Don't initiate any action prompted by desire. This is what here it is told. Turn your mind away from desires. For a common person, if you say turn your mind away from desire, they say, hey, get out, man. They'll throw you out into the sea. Don't try to teach this to us. पागल बना के रखा है. Don't fulfill your desires. इतना पैसा खर्च किया और don't fulfill your desires. इतना पैसा खर्च किया और स्विमिंग पूल नहीं यूज करें, स्पा नहीं यूज करें, ये नहीं यूज करें, वो फिर आए किस लिए? सत्संग के लिए आए. Satsang is the last thing. For a common man, satsang is the last thing. For them, excitement is the first thing. See, everything is calculated by a common man. That is the issue. And that calculation comes from desires. See, so we are all at fault somewhere, it is accepted. But remember, understand. First step is understand where we are going wrong. Then there is a chance to turn around. That's all. So apachiti is kamye matistyajatam. Turn your mind away from desires. How do desires get created? You know? Tell someone.
Through senses.
No.
You
see
keep
the
looking
eyes,
at
eyes
it,
from
and
the
you have
eyes.
attachment, and that attachment will cause
So,
desire.
a realized master is also seeing through his senses, seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting. But is that नहीं कोई नहीं है वो बाहर भाग रहे हैं. If they are running around, हाँ नहीं बोलो.
नहीं कुछ नहीं.
नहीं, someone was running outside.
हाँ हाँ ठीक
Nobody was knocking.
It is
So in a realized master, also the senses are functioning, stimuli are coming in,
But he doesn't
but
pay
have they
attention.
become desires? No. So
Doesn't give
so
enough-
stimuli is coming through your eyes, seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting is not equal to desire.
No. Attachment
Oh.
to
Thinking,
desire.
Thinking.
thoughts coming in the mind is also not equal to desire. Then what is desire?
In Gita, Krishna says, dwelling on the senses and becoming attached to them, and that leads on to desire.
Good.
Attachment.
So good. So that is one way of putting it. That dwelling on what? Either you say senses, or you say the thoughts of the or thought of seeing, thought of hearing, thought of tasting, thought of smelling, thought of feeling. So when you dwell, how does a man fall in love? He looks at one girl, or a girl looks at a boy. As long as it's one side, it doesn't matter. But you dwell on it. Then you start thinking that I cannot live my life without her or without him. This is now desire has erupted. Whenever we think of something again and again and again, what is the minimum? 2 times. Only 2 times. If you think of something twice, a desire about that what you have thought erupts in your mind. Only 2 times. एक बार देख लिया, छोड़ दिया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. उसी चीज को दूसरी बार, even if that person or that thing is not there in front of you, but in your mind, that musaka I did not eat. Second time. गया काम से. Now tomorrow when you go, now you look for that musaka. Manchurian. Huh? So she's still looking for Manchurian. So this is how it is. There is nothing. It's not your fault or her fault or our fault. That is how the mind functions. So what is a desire? Dwelling on any thought more than required eventually ends up into a desire. What happens when you think of something again and again? It leaves an impression. See, if I put one line, nothing has happened here. You can't see anything. But even if with this pen, if I keep taking this, nothing will happen to the table. But if same place, I keep doing it with the pen, there will be a etch, there will be a indentation, there will be a channel that will be created. First one was not visible. Microscopically it will be visible, but if I keep doing it in the same place again and again, if in the same mind, if I keep thinking about one thought again and again, it gets etched into the mind. Now, without your knowing, whenever you think, automatically wherever the channel is, the mind goes, the thoughts go. And that is what makes our character. That's what makes our character. So decide how you want to be. If you don't like something about yourself, change. If this is what scriptures are saying, change. How? Just now in the beginning only someone said, chant the name of the Lord, chant Om, this, that. So this is the way. What are you doing? Instead of thinking the thoughts of the world, you are thinking the Lord's name. Slowly, with regularity, it will get etched into your mind. And every time you must have seen some people, even if they burp, they say, Om. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना. And if you have to we all, whenever we meet, what do we say? Hari Om. Did you say Hari Om all your life? Never. But since you have met, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om चलता रहता है. अपने आप, you don't think it twice. Why? It has got etched into your mind, and you don't say hello, you don't say hi, you don't say hi mate. It goes Hari Om automatically. So find out in what areas of your life you're going, your natural etching or desires are going in a wrong direction. Bring them to the correct direction. Remember one more thing: no desires in the mind can be removed. Once the impressions have been created, the etching has happened, it will always remain. It will never. You cannot fill up the hole. You can fill up the grave, but you cannot fill up the hole, the trench that you have created by wrong thinking. Then what you have to do? You have to create a new trench which is deeper of the positive thoughts. And that is what mantra is. That is what satsang is. And when a trench is deeper than the previous one, then automatically your thoughts will go according to the deeper trench, the deeper memories, the ones which we have created now. And in this way, here it says, apacheti kamye matistyajatam. We'll read this again. Vedo nityamadhiyatam tadudidam karmasvanushthiyatam teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitihi kamye matistyajatam. We'll conclude here for today, and we'll see the second part of the first verse in our next class. Okay? What is the next part? It papaugha paridhuyatam bhavasukhe dosho nusandhiyatam atmecha vyavasiyatam nijagruhat turnam vinirgamyatam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.